Join us at the second annual Black Ink Book Festival in New Orleans, Louisiana on Saturday, May 11th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at City Park's Pavilion of the Two Sisters. Meet 85-plus authors representing over 100 fiction, nonfiction, children's, science fiction, poetry, and urban fiction books. Plus enjoy author interviews, readings in the garden, a live DJ, book giveaways, and free custom tote bags for the first 100 attendees. The event is free to attend. Pre-registration is requested on Eventbrite. Before the book festival, celebrate literature in Louisiana at the Martinis and Manuscripts Happy Hour at the Social House in New Orleans on Friday, May 10th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. It's $20 to attend. We look forward to seeing you at both events.
Hi, everybody. It's Michelle Jackson, and I am here with we have an amazing group of authors who are going to be joining us at the Black Ink Book Festival. This is our second annual book festival here in New Orleans. We're so excited to have them here to talk about their work early so that you will get an opportunity to learn about what they write and to know which tables to go and visit when you come to the book fair here in New Orleans on Saturday, next Saturday. That's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And also, if you can't attend, you can always buy their books today. Everyone on the screen hopefully will have all their work on the author.com. I'll put that up on the screen so you can have it. And that is where we have our book, that is our book marketplace. And so I'm really excited to be here today to talk to you about this event. It is so important to me that we really nurture our literary community, and that we are supporting our writers and making sure that they know that they have a fan base out there. So a lot of our writers who are exhibiting at the book fair are independent authors, but we will also have featured authors, and those are some of our best-selling authors who will be there on stage interviewing and signing books. So this is an amazing event. We have a DJ, we have reading in the garden, we have over 85 author exhibitors, we have featured authors, and we're going to be giving away books. So if you're in New Orleans next Saturday, May 11th, be sure to come by the City Park Pavilion of the Two Sisters, and that's at 1 Victory Avenue, and play a role in this amazing historic event. But for now, we're going to get our author on the screen. We may have some other authors that come in later, so don't hesitate to ask questions. You can drop them if you're on YouTube in the comment area, and we can see them. And then we can just continue this conversation the whole week long as we prepare for this amazing event. Hi, how are you?
Hello. Hey, I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good, good. So you are here in New Orleans like I am. It's so funny. This is our third set of interviews. We did interviews Thursday night, and we had 10 authors, and only 2 of us were from New Orleans. So authors are coming from as far as, oh my gosh, Massachusetts, from New York, from LA. We've got authors from everywhere coming to New Orleans for this event. So, but it's so great to have a New Orleans writer on the screen with me to talk about your work. So, Henry, tell us about write. Tell us about yourself, and tell us what inspired you to write your book.
Well, originally, I'm from Sacramento, California. My dad's from New Orleans, so I've been coming here since I was a little girl, back and forth. What inspired me to write my book is just yoga. I was looking at it on Instagram, and I sometimes tend to just veer off with, I used to be stressed out kind of and had anxiety a little bit, and then I would see it on Instagram doing poses, and I would just take some time to do them and learn them, and then as I did that, time would pass, stress would go away, and I just learned how to focus better. So once I did that, and my mom was sick with cancer, I also had her join me, and it just really helped us. It did. So when it helped us and I got better at it and I started teaching, then I said, you know what, I'm gonna write a book about this. This is everything. And as my mom was sick and then, almost got ready to pass, she told me, I'm so glad you found yoga. So this book just helped me, and I I really wanted it to help other people, to let them know that people of color, we can do this. This is something, you know, mentally, physically, and spiritually that we need in our lives, and that's why I wrote my book.
That is so excellent. Let's talk about yoga. I mean, first of all, give us the name of your book.
It's called 10 Poses of Yoga Memory Book.
I love
And
that.
go ahead.
No. Keep going.
It's a memory book with 10 poses that I loved doing. Those were the 10 that helped me focus, that I can teach others to do that pose. I put quotes in there that I would repeat to myself to just help me get motivated. And that's what the book is. It's just poses, it's quotes. It's just sometimes it's like motivation and I try to teach. I broke it down, the pose, to teach the reader to try the pose, focus on it, and eventually they will be able to do it. And once they're capable, or even once they get close to it, I wanted them to take a picture of it and put it in the book so that it's a memory for them. So they're basically making their book. So that's why it's called a memory book.
When I saw your book, I really I love everything about it. I love the cover. I love that you're strong. You have a strong body, you know, and that is exactly what many of us are fighting to get, is to be core and to have that strong body. And yoga does a great job of that. And I love that you said that you decided to do the book when your mother was ill and she supported you. I lost my mother in '05, and I know that stress that you carry, you know, it's heavy. It's something that is almost, you can't define it unless someone has gone through it, to see someone you love transition. And
Yes.
so finding those ways to heal ourselves and to build our core are just so important. Talk to us a little bit about the research that went into you learning about yoga, and what did you learn about the practice of yoga that you didn't know that kind of changed how you saw this practice?
Well, it started when I was in college. I had took a course, a yoga class, but back then I was younger, and it was, like I said, it was just more of, I was just doing it because I thought it was cool. Like you just see people doing these poses, and you're like, wow, you know, you just want to try it. As I got older, and like I said, my mom was sick, and stress and things were happening. I started to, I seen the poses, but when I would try to do them and actually focus on them, how they would take me somewhere else, like with the breathing and the meditation, and like things would just go away. I started reading the book 608 Asanas, which that is not really a book either. It has a lot of pictures in it. But those poses helped. And then I just got on Instagram and started researching and just reading more into detail of what it actually is. And it's like how it's a mental state, and how it's more of a spiritual, and how breathing and just meditating, it all helps a person in their life. So all of that just came out. It just came afterwards. And like I said, once my mom, because like when I took it in college, it was just I was just doing it. I wasn't really like in tune. Once years later, my mom was sick and I started doing it. It was more of a focus thing. It was more of a mental thing. It was more of a, like, you know, so I tapped in. And yeah, it's like I said, my book, I just kind of break it down, like how it's spiritual. It's like it's a mental thing. It's like it's focused. So the research just came afterwards. It comes after.
I love you. Like I said, we all struggle in some ways or another with anxiety, and I know I do. And I've noticed that focus, having something else to focus on. I began to reading about mindfulness meditation, and just focusing on one thing and being present in the moment. And so that is something that I work very hard on. So this is just so great to know that you're going to be out there with a book that's teaching people, educating people on how to deal with their stresses. So congratulations on that. And I encourage everyone to go and meet this amazing writer and pick up a copy of her book. We have another author that is now with us, and we're going to put him on the screen as well.
Good morning.
And so, hi, Joseph. How you doing? How you doing? How's everything? Great, great, great. For those of you out there, you can watch this on YouTube, and you can also find the links on my page, author Michelle D. Jackson. You can find that link and share it so that we can get the maximum number of eyes on this podcast this morning. So Joseph is with us. He's a children's book writer from Houston, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his work. But Joseph is going to be at the BLK INK Book Festival as well as Ms. Dyer. And I do encourage everyone to come out and get to know them personally. We have over 85 authors, and I'm so amazed, and this is not intentional. It's not a book fair just for Black authors, but we have 88 authors, 89 authors, I'm sorry, and 88 of them are African American. So I don't know this to be the fact, but this may be the largest Black book fair in New Orleans. And I'm just so grateful to see all these amazing writers who are writing about things and writing in genres that are unique. People think we only write urban fiction or we only write this. No, we're writing in every genre. We're teaching people yoga. We're writing about children's books. We're writing children's books. We're writing sci-fi, fantasy, nonfiction, fiction, inspiration, Christian. We are doing everything, and we're writing poetry. And so this is what's so dynamic about this event. But Joseph, tell us about yourself and tell us about your work.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. First, I'd like to give honor to God and just thank you for the platform. My name is Joseph Henderson Jr., and God led me to write children's books because my mission is to help children to just travel the narrow roads and not be on the wide road, because it's important, because the wide road leads to destruction. So I just want to share the good news about the kingdom of Jesus Christ, and all my books are spiritually led. So the concept of the book of my book called Rainbow City.
Mm-hmm.
My son, he did like a science project, and he made like a ball made out of Play-Doh, and all different colors was consumed in the ball. And his message behind the project was for everyone to love one another and to work together. And once I seen that project, like the Spirit told me to just promise to my child to be able to write a book about that. And so that's the reason why Rainbow City had come across, and just want children to focus on what's really important in life, for them to understand the real meaning of the rainbow is God's covenant, his promise for his children. And also I want kids to not to focus on like the exterior, the money, the cars and the houses. I want them to understand that God looks at your heart first. And the book Rainbow City will be what it's about, for us loving yourself and loving others and being kind to one another, working as a team and working as harmony, never giving up in life when you face challenges. So I didn't think I would be writing, but God had poured a lot onto me. So I just want kids to just be wonderful in life, to have a beautiful life, to just be positive. It's about also just having a positive mindset, and just the importance of having a relationship with God is the reason why I just want to spread the good news about that part. And I'll be at the festival, and I'll be looking forward to seeing people. The book is for $12.99. You can find it on Amazon. The reason why it's $12.99 is because Jesus had 12 disciples. And in the book of Matthew, the lost sheep parable, it talks about how God will leave the 99 and he'll leave the 99 to save one. So I look forward to meeting people, and just have upcoming projects as well that's been spiritually led. So I'll be releasing those in the near future as well.
And we'll talk a little bit about what's happening next with the two of you. What's the next step in this writing process? And I see what has inspired you, and you and Ms. Dyer, and it makes me think about the fact that a lot of us are writing through the pain. We're writing through our emotions. We're sharing our spiritual connections. We're using these books to do so much. I mean, it's important, that we control the narrative as we write, as African-American writers, that we are controlling the narrative. People need to see beautiful ladies like Ms. Dyer talk about yoga and how to relax your body and your mind. People need to see beautiful African-American men talk to kids and share the word of God. So talk to me, both of you, about where do you see this going, and what have you heard from people who are reading your work? And let's start with you, Cameron. What do you see? I mean, what do you hear from those who read the work? What do they respond to it, and what have you learned in that process?
Well, I wrote my book 2012, so it's been a while. But my responders, I mean, my readers, just inspired. I mean, they've started yoga. They're learning to breathe when stressed. You know, like it's just kind of it's like a life-changing thing when you add this into your life. So from my book, it's just, I want to say, like you said, someone of color doing yoga, showing them that we're capable. You know, it's just inspiring and motivating. A lot of them, some of them come to my, like I said, I'm a yoga instructor as well. Some of them come to my sessions. I do couples yoga. It's like kind of therapy. I'm just trying to help our community build them up. What's coming after this is just to keep going. Like I said, I've added couples yoga. It's kind of a therapy. Sometimes we don't think we need that, and some people look at it like, oh, it's kind of, it's weird, but it's another form of therapy. So from here on, I just keep going, adding more to try to help and let us open up our minds.
And we have to do that. Anything we can do to help us focus is important, to help us learn to breathe. I've realized the importance of learning to breathe, especially in a world where everything is just go, go, go. You turn on the internet and it's just go, go. Everything is moving so quickly. I'm an old volleyball player, so I would always say, slow the ball down. I even say that in my household with my family. It's like, okay, everybody, we got to slow the ball down,
Mm-hmm.
And in life, we have to learn how to do that. We have to learn how to be present in the moment. And I think that's one of the great things about yoga, about mindfulness, meditation. All these things are really helpful. They're very helpful for us as we're learning how to cope with this anxiety-ridden world. And to you, Joseph, the same thing about our spirituality. Knowing how to tap into something bigger than ourselves is so important. And it's something that we're still learning. I mean, everybody doesn't know how to tap into something of value. I mean, that spiritual space within themselves, because we were never taught that. So you're giving kids something early to read and to share. I remember my first going to Bible study as a young girl, and the song Jesus Loved Me. That song stuck with me for years and years and years. It was the foundation of my faith and understanding that even as a little kid, Jesus loves me. So talk to me about, what are you hearing from the kids? Are they reading the book? Are they picking up the book? Are they understanding the message? And what else are you doing within your community to get that word out using the book? I see what Ms. Dyer was talking about, couples yoga. I hope she's got those books on the table when they finish and you're like, bam, here you go. So talk to us about how you're using your book in your community as well. And what kind of responses are you getting from them?
I'm getting wonderful responses, and again, all glory goes to God, because the message is about Him, to get the children to seek Him. I was just at a women's conference at Farbrook Church, and a kid walked up to my table and just pointed at me and said, "I remember you." So that's always fulfilling, not for me to get the credit, but for the fact that they're understanding and reading God's word. And I get a lot of people that say it's an easy read, and that was my point of writing, for it to be an easy read for children to grasp the whole concept and understand that we're going to face challenges, and they understanding the whole message about the book. I'm going to be attending a career day coming up this week, and it's going to be talking about why writing, like just the whole fundamentals about writing, and just the whole entire message that I'm just pushing forward, again, just talking about the good news of the kingdom. Overall, it's been going great, and just wanted to just share to children about the importance of being in the spirit, and also being a wise builder. That's what the message is, just pushing forward. And overall, it's just been a great, just God fulfilling accomplishment that's been occurring with the book, for kids to just understand that we're going to face challenges, we're going to face hard times, but when we rely on God, all things are possible. I'm just going to be attending. I'm going to be attending more book fairs that's coming up throughout the year. I'm going to be going to one that's upcoming, and just again, just spread the good news. It's really a simple foundation that I'm working with, and that's with God, and everything that I do is going to be just spiritually led for children to understand, just having a positive mindset and having them to not allow what others say about them, for them to just believe in themselves and to persevere, to keep God first, and because God wants us to just really focus on loving Him with all of our hearts, our mind, our bodies, and our strength, and then just passing on a message for them to love their neighbor as far as themselves. And once we do that, it's challenging sometimes, but once we do that, we're able to just to fulfill the laws the Word teaches us. So I'm just going to continue to go into schools, going to churches, and the response has been exceptionally well. I haven't heard anything bad come from the book. And even when I wrote it, it just flowed. So I knew the Spirit was involved.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So those out there, if you have any questions, drop them now. We're going to wrap up with these two authors. Once again, we want to invite you to the Black Ink Book Festival on May 11th at City Park, 1 Victory Avenue, City Park, at the Pavilion of the Two Sisters. We have over 85 authors. We have featured authors, best-selling authors, a DJ. We're going to be giving away free tote bags to the first 100 guests. We're going to be giving away books. So if you want to do that, please come out. We may have some things for the kids. We also will be celebrating our mothers because it's Mother's Day weekend. So we have authors coming from all over the country. We really encourage you to come out and get to know these two authors. Not just buy their book, but buy it, tell people about it, review it, and join their fan base. That's what you do when you want to really support an artist. And I'm saying that because some people wonder, how do I support an art? What do I do? Sometimes it's just so simple. Just buy the work and talk about it. Be an ambassador for these writers because we need it. And we're all out there trying to educate and inspire and uplift the community. That's what we're doing. I don't think any of us are on a serious money grab. I mean, if we can make the money, absolutely, we want to make money. But a lot of us, we're writing because we want to inspire, and we want our young people, we want our women, we want our family members, we want people in the community to see characters, to see books written by African Americans, and we want to see characters that look like them. So I write Christian fiction. I also have a children's book, and I think my next voyage at some point is going to be to write a nonfiction book. So I understand what the two of you have experienced in this process. And that's why we decided to do the Black Writers Workspace. The Black Ink Book Festival. So we encourage everyone, come out, find these books on direct2author.com. That's direct2author.com. Or go to their websites or go to their Amazon pages. And if you guys want to give that information as you wrap up and give some really inspire our writers and our readers. We want you to do that as our final word. And then we're going to conclude this amazing session and look forward to seeing you both on Saturday. So Ms. Dyer, I want to start with you. You want to leave some closing words and let us know how we can get your book.
You can get my book, like you said, on your website, the Direct Authors. I want to make sure I say it correct.
Direct Authors.
Or 10 Poses of Yoga memory book is also available Amazon, online. You can get it at Barnes and Noble. It's on everything. It's been out, like I said, for a while. But it's 10 Poses of Yoga memory book. And I'm on Instagram as Cambella Yoga. You can also get it that way. And I'm gonna be at the festival. So if you want to come to the festival and purchase one, get it signed. I'm also gonna probably be doing a few stretch sessions, showing some people at my table a few, moves and maybe get a little crack out your back or something, because I do all of that.
We might get you on stage. Okay, I love that. Now you tap me. We may be able to get you on stage
Yeah,
to show us
some samples. I
some
want to show some people some stretches they could do, to help. We need this. The people don't understand. We walking around. Some people walk around with a lot of tension in their shoulders and their back and their waist, and this is what I'm here for. I'm here to help. Let us
I love
teach
that.
self-help, like you said.
I'm going to get you to get the authors all geared up that morning, and then we're going to bring you back on to show some stretches. I love that. What I love about this conference, about this book also, it's ours. So let's make it do what it do. So that's great. It's so nice to meet you. Looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. Joseph,
Nice to meet you as well.
some words of wisdom to our writers and our readers, and tell everyone how they can get your book.
Oh, thank you. You can follow me on Kingdom Work 81 on Instagram. You can get a copy of purchase my book on Amazon.com. It's Rainbow City, as I showed earlier. So that's on Amazon.com, and I'll be at the festival as well. And just want to leave some encouraging words for people that's going to be watching. Just stay positive. You're going to face adversity sometimes, but God will. Like in the book of James, it tells us that adversity only makes us better and it strengthens us and it completes us. So just press forward, persevere, because even though when the rain comes and thunderstorms and all type of weather comes, the sun will come out, and then a lot of times the rainbow will follow afterwards. So just keep going, always stay positive, love yourself and love others. Just never give up and just believe that you're amazing and keep a positive mindset. It's all going to work out. God bless everyone.
Excellent.
And Ms. Jackson, I want to thank you for just providing a platform for everyone to be able to just bring more awareness about what we're all doing. I want to thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I so appreciate it. And thank you both for working on our hearts, our mind, and our body. That's what the two of you are doing. That's what your books are doing. And that is so powerful. So thank you so much for being with us. I look forward to seeing you. Don't go away. I'm going to end this call, but then I want to give you a formal farewell. Okay?
All right.